Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video, and on today's video we're going to be doing a big build which will be basically finishing up all around resident services that typically is a really challenging spot for everyone to build, including myself. It's kind of hard to come up with things. I did go kind of off on my main account and see what kind of items I had to see what I could do to elevate my builds more and to see what else I can give you all. And I found a volcano, a dormant volcano. So I wanted to build something off of that, and what better place to put it than behind resident services. So today we are going to be building a volcano mountain right above resident services. I am really excited for this build. This build did take me quite some time to build and think of. So yeah, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be expanding once again our land bridge across the whole backside of resident services, and then also building another terraform area, like a big one. We want to put a lot of things around here to kind of help, I don't know, cage it off some and to fill in the area. So I went ahead and did just that. Right now I am finishing up the last line of all the terraforming that I'll need to do for majority of the land bridge. Really, I need to figure out how big I need to make the terraforming for like our volcano mountain thing that we're going for. Hopefully it won't be too big, but I do have to pick up some things behind me. Of course I do, because I've never cleaned up my island before a build, so I need to go ahead and eat up all of my eggs. I kind of gave up on turnips because, if you know me, I really just TT too much sometimes and forget about them, and then I drop them on the beach rather than throwing them away for some weird reason. And yeah, so I just went with the, you can get like a stack of 30 of candy or like eggs, and I feel like they're the best food that you can get, because then you don't have to worry about them to spoil or anything. I feel like it's a nice little touch and kind of a hack if you guys like to time travel and build a lot. Look into getting those. It just kind of helps me out. Maybe it can help you all out too. And I did end up expanding out this back area quite a bit, because we will be working with a large area, and hopefully this is big enough. Now we can work on pathing out all the stuff that I need. So all I'm going to do is build out the path all the way to the end to here, just so I know where to stop at. I did the same thing on the other side, what you see me doing right here. And now we can terraform once again, but to make this bigger and taller. So after me placing this down, I realized that I needed this to be probably one more bigger at least. So I needed to do that too. A lot of terraforming went into this, y'all. Luckily for you all, with the power of editing, I can cut a lot of this out, so you don't have to watch me terraform for 20 minutes. So yeah, now we can actually go up here and see where I can build at. So like right here, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't do any water path or anything like that up there. So I did realize soon after I needed to expand out the bottom area and the top area. But unfortunately for me, what I did not know is that you can't build another level on top of it and then terraform. So that was really unfortunate. You guys, sure you all will see this. And then behind here, I need to terraform the water just a little bit, because it would hinder my land bridge going around, because I wanted my land bridge to go around the volcano rather than across it. I feel like it would give you all a different thing to look at, and I don't know, I feel like it's cool to go around the back side of things, because typically we build in the front of it because it's easier and probably the more normal thing to do. But I wanted to kind of think outside the box and create a pathing going behind the mountain volcano thing that we're going for. I feel like it will work out okay. And I did end up expanding this out one more time, just to make for sure I had enough room for everything. I did put some water right in the very back of resident services. I did that so I can create some waterfalls and streams and stuff. You'll see it right there. And then also I wanted to create another waterfall thing right off of my land bridge to help fill in the area a lot more. As you see, I used that one down there as a reference just to make sure I got that right, and thankfully I did. But this one, I wanted it to be too long, if that makes sense. So I wanted to break this twice right here, and just to make it look like a bigger channel, I guess. And I really like how resident services look when it's like surrounded by water. It gives off like a really cool effect that you don't typically get to see. And there you see me. I wanted this to be like a too wide waterfall, just so I'm not like rinsing and repeating the same thing over and over again. And now we can start working on the top. So as you see here, I am placing down terraforming right here, not knowing, which I should know. You would think I've been playing this game for a very long time, I would know these things, but I also make mistakes and I cannot build anything on top of it. I don't know why I even was trying. I quickly figured this out after I was building this. I was kind of discouraged at this point because I was like, man, I really wanted to put like a volcano like on top of something just to give it some more height and stuff, but it didn't work out that way. But you know, when something doesn't work out, there's always a better alternative. As you see, I got the message that I couldn't build up there, so I just kind of went with the flow and started destroying what I just built. So fun fact to you all, if you make a third floor, you cannot build anything on top of it. You used to be able to, but that's been patched for a while now. There are islands out there though that still have it, which are pretty cool and unique. I don't have anything like that on my island, but on one of my islands, I have it to where you can have trees placed under like custom paths or like in-game pathing, which is still pretty cool. They're still on my island. I will never get rid of them. I just thought they were, I don't know, pretty unique and different. And now we can start actually doing some like pathing and builds on top of here. So I went ahead and started with some pathing just to kind of cover up the area a little bit more. And I'm going to be putting the volcano right dab in the middle. I feel like that is a perfect spot for it. And honestly, I've never used a volcano in this game, and I saw it and I was like, that looks awesome. We got to use it. So here it is. It's called a dormant volcano. And yeah, I picked the green variant. There are like 4 different ones I learned, and they are really expensive too. I didn't even know they were that expensive. I went to order them and I didn't have enough bells, and I was like, what? And they're like, I think 99k each. I could be wrong, but yeah. And it's been really fun actually making all these mountains. I don't have much experience with when it comes to like terraforming, and especially putting like stuff like on top of it all the time, because I'm used to like city core and stuff. So it's been really cool being able to like adventure out and put new things down and stuff. I don't know, it's been really fun. Like I never get to use these ruined items, so I did decide to end up kicking up this path because I wanted to place down like some, you know, like moss or like flowers or something to help kind of cover up the area a little bit more. End up placing down some green mums and a bush. And then over here, I was debating on if I wanted to put another ruined pillar beside of it, but to help, like, I don't know, draw your eyes to other things, I ended up using a broken pillar and kind of turning it. I just feel like it, I don't know, made it look a little bit better, and it filled in the area down below. And I wanted to see how this would look. I wanted to put down a cave. I haven't used them on this island just yet, and I wanted this to look like kind of where the water was coming out of was like a cave. I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool, and it filled up a lot of this space, and I was really happy with it. And I could put a tree beside of it, which I didn't think I could, but it worked out, and I was really pleased with that. And it looks really good to help kind of fill in the area even more, and it looked really good. And over here too, I wanted to add one of these big like creepy plant things. I have no idea what this is, but it looks like something from Jurassic Park or something. I probably won't use them that often, but again, I don't ever get to use these items, so I wanted to use pretty much anything that I don't get the chance to use. So yeah, and I'm planting down some more of the little sugar canes, a super cute item. And now we can work on putting stuff around on the bottom layer, because I don't want to forget about doing that, because honestly I would. And I want to cage it off a little bit with the bamboo partitions like I have been. And I feel like this looks really good. It kind of closes off the mountaintop a lot. And also too, when you're like walking along like the land bridge that we're creating, you can use these vines to get up, and you'll be able to see something off into the distance. I don't know what that thing is just yet, but I wanted that look. I want you to be able to explore basically anywhere on this island, even if it doesn't go to something good or anything. I just want you to be able to go back there and explore. It's part of a jungle, so I feel like that just makes sense. And I don't know, I feel like it will make sense later on when I actually have more items and more like builds that I'm building. I don't know. And also in the comments below, I'm just kind of curious, what is the hardest spot on your island to build? Honestly, mine is probably the corners of the island. I feel like that's always so hard to find something to fit perfectly, and I don't know, it makes it really challenging for me. Or behind resident services, I feel like that is a really tricky spot to build off of, just because you have this big building and it's hard to make everything look really good. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, what is the hardest spot to build at. And now that we got most of like the siding done, we went ahead and finished up the top area. And now what we have to do is probably down here first, but then we're going to have to extend our land bridge wrapping around all the way across to help fill in the area more, but also make it to where you and I both can walk across it and give it the look that I want. Hopefully it looks good. I think that it will. It's just kind of a different take on things, I feel like. But yeah, so we can go ahead and start expanding this all the way out. We're going to do this all the way around, so you guys enjoy a little terraforming montage all the way around the Volcano mountain. And now that we're done with all the terraforming, we can actually start placing down the rest of the path that we need for this build. We're going to be using the same pathing that we have been for our land bridges, but we're going to be doing quite a bit of it. We're going to be going all the way around. As you see, my character, I was kind of lost right here doing this. This was really late at night. I was probably doing this build like at 1 or 2 in the morning. Don't know why, but typically those are when the best ideas come, is at night. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I am. Typically, when I come up with something, I want to do it right then and there, just to help me, I don't know, like fill out the area more, but also get my ideas and thoughts out the way I want it to. Because I'm afraid if I go to sleep, I won't remember everything, and it will be harder for me like the next day. And I don't know, writing down your notes helps too. I do that at work and stuff, so I can come back and look at it as a reference to get, you know, the idea that I was thinking about. But sometimes I just lose that thought. I don't know if any of that makes sense. Hopefully someone else can understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, the bridge is almost done. And as soon as we're done with this, all we got to do left is just really finish up the top area a little bit more, place down some more like bushes and just general stuff like that, and then we should be pretty much done. I wanted to add little things right here just to cover up the green path a little bit more, just because it was showing a little too much. So I added one of these like little noodle slides, and on the other side I just wanted to add a little things here and there to kind of break up all the repetition. And I really liked how I placed the glowing moss on the edge, and I wanted to do the same thing for over here, but of course I accidentally mark up some of my other pathing, and I just removed one of these little vines and did the same thing over here. I just thought it was really cool. I actually decided to place down a bush rather than glowing moss, but oh well. And then now up top, all I gotta do is the same thing, just kind of plant down some more things to kind of fill in the area a little bit more, make it feel more kind of, you know, grown in. And honestly, I really love how this is turning out. I get the feel of it being overgrown, and it's not taking away from everything. I want this to be able, like, for everyone to come up here, so I need it to be a little bit like shorter, so where people can actually move up here. The vine bench is for when people come to visit, they can sit on here and look off into the distance. Just kind of a cool little shot, I feel like. I'll probably be getting my thumbnail from right there. Not too sure, but I just feel like it'll look cool. and I wanted to add some more sugar cane. And now the last thing we need to do is run around and place down a lot of leaf piles, and then we can do our final walkthrough. And that wraps up today's video of our volcano mountain, whatever you might want to call it. Regardless, it was a really fun video, and I really hope you guys did enjoy today. I had a blast making it, and I really do feel like junk core is really all coming together. I can't wait to make more videos on this. Again, always thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any comments on future content or anything, please leave it in the comments below, and until next time.